In order to get precise print and cut results with your cutting machine, you first must calibrate the camera. Now, this calibration is nothing more than just letting your cutting machine know how far away the camera lens is relative to the tip of the blade. Now, because the camera is manually installed in respect to the blade carriage, the distance from the camera center point and tip of the blade will slightly vary from machine to machine. Now, this calibration only needs to be done one time. Now, if you've traveled somewhere and maybe your machine kind of got bumped, well, then you might want to redo this calibration. Now, this process is conducted all through the control panel and involves just a few simple screens. For this procedure to work, we're going to utilize a sheet of paper, your cutting mat, as well as the test pen that came with your machine. You're going to want to insert the test pen into the machine. Now, you can actually place the sheet of paper directly into the cutter. However, in this video, we're going to be placing the paper on top of the cutting mat. You're going to want to ensure that your origin is at least 3 inches or 8 centimeters from the right end cap, so the camera actually has room to move to the right in order to take a photo. For this next part, on the control panel, we can actually move the test pen over the sheet of paper anywhere on the paper. It really doesn't matter because all we're going to really do is verify that the speed and the force are correct. We're first going to select the speed and force, and we're going to set the speed to 8 and the force is going to be set to 30. You're going to go ahead and click on the test to verify that the square is clearly drawn. If it's too faint, feel free to increase the force as needed and repeat. Once we have that done, we can move the pen an inch or two away from our test location, and that would allow us to have more room for the calibration shape to be drawn. Now, on the main screen, we're going to press the set, and then we're going to click on the camera. Next, you'll press the adjust in order to switch to calibrate mode. Then you're going to push and hold the OK button for several seconds until the arrows all around turn red. You're next going to press the start button on the lower right hand corner. The test shape will actually start to draw, which will be a grid of 6 lines, and it will be on the paper. The camera will then move over that test shape, take a photo, and display that photo for you on the control panel itself. You'll want to tap your finger near the middle of the drawn test shape that you see on the screen. This will actually move the red crosshair to that location. You'll then press the OK button and a new photo will be taken. If everything works out perfectly, you'll notice that your machine will now take over and actually find the true center all on its own. You will then see the red crosshair and the blue dashed line are aligned in the center, and your arrows will return to the blue color. Once the alignment is in place and the arrows have returned to blue, you are free to push the home button and then the stop button on the main screen. And this actually saves the calibration and concludes the calibration process.